Common wisdom says that living down by the river in a bus is one of the most affordable ways to live, and you know what? It might even be right. I live in a bus, obviously one without seats and screaming children. And even though I am technically in the middle of the desert, that whole down by the river thing, it still applies. And now you're curious and you want to know more. Well, you could watch my long-form video on the subject, but maybe you don't have 21 minutes of your life to spare. I mean, people have things they have to do. So let's recap. Fun fact number 1. Last month, I spent more on cigars than I actually spent on lodging. Yes, for rent, mortgage, whatever you call it, this life cost me $100. The month before, only $26. And yeah, that was for the entire month. You want to know how I live so cheaply? Sorry, this is a short. I don't have time to tell you here. Remember the long-form video I told you about? I tell you there. Anyway, next category. Here's a big nomadic expense, diesel fuel. Last month, I was $565 in that fine golden juice, $165 the month before. The reason being, when you live this life, you have to balance, well, between driving and stay. If you stay, you don't spend much money on gas, fuel, diesel, whatever the hell it is I put in this thing. If you're driving places, you do. It's pretty much that simple. Oh, let's see what else we got. How much does it cost to live in a bus? Well, pretty much the same thing as it costs to live in your house, your apartment, your whatever the hell you're living in. We do have an expense that you probably don't. Starlink, $170 a month. But when your house is in the middle of the Sonoran Desert, you like to stay connected. You like to watch YouTube videos. Have you caught the new show on Disney? It's worth getting $170 Starlink for. Oh, I think I'm giving money to more than one billionaire now, aren't I? So what does it cost to live down by a desert in a school bus? For us, if you combine February and March, $10,000 went out the door. I know. Oh my God, $10,000. I could live like a king in Omaha, Nebraska for that. Well, nobody wants to live in Omaha, Nebraska, and we had some expenses like we remodeled our bus. Granted, that wasn't the whole 10 grand. We may have spent a little extra money on restaurants because besides living in a bus, well, you got to drive places. We got a smart car. It lets us go into town and spend money that we don't normally have. Oh, there is one really big important thing I wanted to tell you about, but these shorts, they're only 3 minutes long. And well, I was going to tell you